Hey everyone, this is Michele with Tate Realtors, and I received an email earlier today that I thought that would be some great information to share. So everyone knows that our real estate market has just been crazy. But then towards the end of last year, everybody started saying, well, the home prices are going to fall, everything's going to reset. Meanwhile, if you had a realtor that you were close to and you was getting information directly from a realtor, me as a realtor, should have been telling you, no, we're not going to have a crash. There is no, we don't have the situation that we had in 2008 when there was a crash. And I don't know about other realtors, but I get my information directly from data that I pull from the MLS. So let me just give a little backstory. In 2008, there was a real estate industry home crash that took place because there were a whole lot of loans being wrote for buyers that were not able to satisfy the loans, and they ended up falling into foreclosure. Since then, the banking commission, if I have this right, the banking commission has come in, and now they have all sorts of guidelines that they have to go by. That's why in 2008 you could get somebody pre-approved in 10 minutes. Fast forward to 2023 and it takes 24, 48, 72 hours to get someone pre-approved. I've even had some clients, it's took up to a week to get the pre-approval. Because of all of this information, verifications that the lending institutions now have to do for buyers. So this past year, coming out of the last couple of years with that whole fiasco, so the last couple of years coming out of that, and the seller's market that we've been in, everybody was like, what goes up must come down. That's not the case when you're dealing with appreciation and depreciation of real estate. So let me just explain, not even explain, let's just talk about something for a second. If your neighbor sold his house for $300,000 and it sold in 2 days, and let's fast forward 6 months to a year, 2 years, and you've had a job change and you need to now sell your home, and you know that your neighbor sold for $300,000, are you going to put your house on the market for less than that? First, we're assuming that because your neighbors, the same builder probably built your house, so you're both probably, you're both probably extremely comparable. Okay? So if you're both extremely comparable, your next door neighbors, and your neighbor sold for $300,000, and we're 2 years later, and that neighbor sold for $300,000, would you sell your home for less? No, you wouldn't. No homeowner is going to go, well, I'll let the neighbor make $300,000 and I'll be okay with just putting $280 in my pocket. No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. So homes homes generally appreciate. They do not depreciate. If they've depreciated, it's because they've not been maintained, they've been destroyed by whoever was living in them, or let's say it was a beautiful farm and the state decided they're going to put a great big highway right through the center of it. Something major has happened to cause that depreciation. Generally, people are going to live in their homes, they're going to maintain them, something breaks, they get it fixed, and when it's time to sell, they're going to use their community as comps. So given that, let's understand that if you've been listening to your realtor and your realtor's been pulling data and your realtor has any experience is the key here too, then your realtor has been telling you that prices aren't going to go down. Now is a good time. If you're thinking about buying, now's a good time to buy because it's only up from here, okay? Only up. So there's all this noise that we hear in real estate, and I actually received, and that's why I'm doing the screen share right now, I actually received an email this morning, and it's from one of the most respected voices in real estate, keeping current matters, and they sent out this article that says, oops, home prices didn't crash after all. And in this article, they're actually, hold on, I gotta get rid of my screen that's active. This is the screen that's sharing. I have a screen over here that's my active screen. So in here, they're telling you that these financial, this is the professor emeritus of finance, let me put my glasses on, at the Wharton School of Business. He says that he's expecting home prices to have fallen 10 to 15%. Okay. Mark Zandi, chief economist of Moody's Analytics, says that he expected a fall of almost 10%. Goldman Sachs says they expected a fall of 5 to 10%. All of these financial analysis people were at the end of Q4 2022. We're saying all of these things. Now, what this information did is this information struck a chord of concern amongst the real estate consumers. Okay, so in Q4 2022, we've seen that dip. Okay, we've seen a dip in activity, but it was only, I mean, it wasn't even a speed bump. It was only a blink of a dip. Okay, so let me flip over to the screen right here. Well, hold on, let me scroll on down here. So it says here, so what all of them you know, noises said, it had 37% of the population thinking that prices were going to go down. Okay, and then this article goes on. I'll post the article with the video. The article goes on to say that the prices did not go down. There was no crash, because that's not how the real estate industry works. That's not how home ownership, that's not how that works. I mean, did our economy take a dip? Yeah, but not real estate. Okay, so let's flip over to my MLS. Now this is my MLS, and as you can see here, this is you know, a 3-year look at what housing sale prices have done over the last 3 years in the Triad. Okay, so they've inclined. Well, let's look right here. This was December 2022. So in December 22, you know, this, let's see, this is June. Right, here's October. So this is the beginning of Q4 2022. So at the beginning of Q4 2022, you see that everything starts to dip. Okay, this is where all the noise comes in. Wait till next year. Things are gonna, you know, home prices are going down next year. So it instilled all of this concern in our industry. So we did see a little dip in Q4. However, this is the beginning of Q1 2023, and I want you to look. It is a straight shot up from Q1 2023. This right here is the proof there is no crash in sight. I mean, There is not. Homeownership, homes appreciate unless there's been, like I said, a problem. So the best thing I can, the best way I know to end this video is align with an experienced realtor. I'm not talking about a realtor that's been in this business for 3 to 5 years. Align with an experienced realtor. Find a realtor that's been in this business 10, 15, 20 years like myself. Align with an experienced realtor. Align with a realtor that is more interested in finding you information, digging data, working the information than they are showing up at 5 o'clock at the pub down the street. I don't call it a pub around here, I call it a bar. But showing up at 5 o'clock, shaking hands, hoping that you get a good deal. That's not an experienced realtor. I mean, yeah, there is a time and a place for shaking hands and marketing and that kind of thing. But when you're talking about this kind of information, you want to align with an experienced agent that digs for this kind of information. So that's all I really wanted to say. I mean, I've been trying to tell people, and I'll be honest, even within my family, I would try to tell people in my family, because I've got the people in my family that said, nah, home prices are going down. They're going to go down. They got to go down. And I kept saying, no, they're not. No, they're not. And I mean, I hate to say that I'm right, but proof's in the pudding right here. I'm right. They're not going down, they're going up. So remember that when you're looking at houses. I mean, every day that homes are selling, and they're appreciating and appreciating, which is what they're supposed to do. If you find a home that you like, don't wait because you keep hearing the noise. Think about that. Think about that seller or the neighbor in the community. They're not dropping their prices. And here's the other thing. They're not going to drop their prices because somebody needs to buy a home. It's not going to work like that. I mean, at the end of the day, people sell homes with the idea of making money. They don't sell homes because they're trying to, do a good cause for someone. And it's just the cold hard facts. It's about making money. So if home ownership is your goal, then don't wait, because the longer you wait, the more they're going to appreciate. We still have low inventory, so finding a home is definitely still a struggle because there's such low inventory. And I think that a lot of people are still trying to recover from all the noise that they were hearing and the uneasiness, because they was hearing so much different noise. But I completely tell all of my clients, if there's a home that you like, don't wait, because you're not getting a coupon for it. You're not getting a good deal. If you want to buy a home, you need to save the money for your down payment, or try to get your lending aligned so that you can get 100% down, or you can get one of the state grants that will help you with that. But if homeownership is in your future and you know that you want to buy a home, I wouldn't wait. I would go ahead and get on that. Okay, so I'm rambling now. This is Michele Bowman with Tate Realtors, and I hope that you have a great day.